There you go, recording in progress for the Colombia trip going at the end of January. So welcome to you all. Right, so the purpose of this Zoom meeting, and I know it was so last minute, and I do apologize for that, but I just thought I can't send you this email blind and not, hi Isabella, and not explain the kind of the reasoning and the method, what my intentions are behind the scenes. So I'm going to rattle through the email that I sent you. Please interject and ask questions as we go, okay? Because more will flow from it, the more you ask. Okay, so starting at the top, the basic admin. I want you to, well, Brendan is so excited to have you out in Colombia. He hasn't had any guests because Colombia has been shut down for the last 2 years. So he is literally cock-a-hoop and will bend over backwards to make this an awesome experience for you. He is a great, charismatic guy. He used to run all our operations in Venezuela, and then he moved with his gorgeous wife, and I think he's got about 4 or 5 children now, I've totally lost count, to Bariacha, which is in the center of Colombia, right in the kind of the world of canyons. It's absolutely spectacular. Bariacha is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it is beautiful. Think of Colombia as a slight version of Cuba, you know, Cuba-esque with the architecture and the flavor of their culture. Bariacha also is very, very local Colombian. So you're going to find people in local dress still, very, very local with the schools and the project work. So you're going to have, by going to stay with Brendan inland, a great contrast to places like Cartagena and Santa Marta on the Caribbean coast, which have really been gentrified and you know, they're kind of pretty slick and ready for tourists. So you're going to have that cultural contrast. So have a look at the attached itinerary. You'll see the first 3 weeks you're going to be based in Bariacha, in the town, in a hostel, right in the center of town, which is, the hostel is part of the whole operations. Brendan literally lives down the road. So the hostel owner, the assistant leader, and Brendan are all in charge of you. Each week, Monday to Friday, you're going to be doing Spanish lessons at a point of each day. Now, the point of the Spanish lessons is not to make you a GCSE A-level graduate in Spanish. It is to help you get by with your onward travel, get by with communicating to the local communities so that you make the most out of your experience. It's fun. It's not going to be classroom based. It's going to be kind of whistle while you work. It's going to be kind of fun, interactive stuff. So don't think, oh God, tedious, back into the classroom. That's not how we run it. Monday to Friday, every week in Bariacha, you've got Spanish every day for 2 45-minute sessions. But 3 days of that week, you're going to be doing mornings of project work. 2 days are adventure. So that's how it works out. All the canyon treks and walks are really special, and they're getting you fit. They're getting you used to the altitude, because you are much higher up there. So you're ready, fit and ready for the big highlight, which will be the Lost City trek at the end of the experience. Now, originally you all signed up, and I didn't think the Lost City trek was open, but it is now open. So we're flipping you from Tirona to the Lost City. So that is brilliant. So the project work in the first week is going to be reforestation, an environmental one. That's working with the local fire brigade. So that'll be fun. The second week, the first three days of that, 3 mornings, are working in a particular rural school, helping with renovations and mixing with the kids and doing lots of sports activities. So it's a real community interaction. The third week is your big canyon trek. It's an overnight trek, 2 nights overnight, 3 days. And then you come back, you finish off your project work in the school, and then you hop on the overnight bus to take you north to the Caribbean coast for your final week. The final week on the Caribbean coast will now involve Santa Marta, Palomino, the Lost City Trek, and Cartagena. So we are going to end your trip in Cartagena. Now, the reason we're going to end you there is because it is awesome, and I know all of you are wanting to do a phase of independent travel afterwards. Now, that is the best place to deposit you, and you're not going to be deposited and Brendan's going to run. He's going to make sure you're all in the right hostel. You all know, you've all got your onward plans sorted out. But from Cartagena, you can then fly north to Costa Rica, Guatemala, Mexico, or south to Peru, Ecuador, that direction. Every flight goes via Panama. So you might think, if you're going south, why am I going north to go south? It's just how it is. So you have to go via Panama to get out of Colombia and to go back south. But the flights are, budget $200 for a flight out, or £200 for a flight out of Cartagena to the next country. So what I have proposed with the flights is that we use a British Airways flight in and out of Bogota, and that is what you book, knowing that you are not going to use that return flight out of Bogota. You might do if you absolutely hate the whole experience and you want to come straight home. That's absolutely fine. But it gives you, to enter Colombia, you have to have proof of a return flight to leave the country. That's one of their entry requirements. So by doing it this way, you therefore have proof that you're leaving the country, and that BA flight is reroutable and redatable at any time pre the date of departure. So when you've all made friends, when you've all worked out what you want to do, whether you want to head north or south, before the flight of the 26th, one of you, each individual is going to get through to Trailfinders. You ask your parents nicely to get through to Trailfinders and to change that return flight from wherever you're going, whether it be Quito, Lima in Peru, San Jose, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Mexico. So you've got the flexibility, and British Airways are really good at that. The change costs 150 quid plus any difference in fare and tax, but it's cheaper to buy a return than a single, so you win, if that makes any sense. It wipes its nose. So does that make sense? If any of you, like Iska, you're going up to, there you are on my screen, I was looking for you. You're going up to Costa Rica. So I'm going to discuss your flight differently, because I want you to book a flight into Colombia, out of San Jose, with that flight booked from Cartagena to San Jose on the Friday, a week later, after the trip ends, because I know all of you will want to spend a week in Cartagena, exploring Cartagena and all the islands. I just know you will. It's the obvious thing to do, and you'd be foolish not to. So Iska, that your route is slightly different, because you at this stage know that you're going to be coming home from San Jose.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay, so we could talk about that later. Yeah, does that make sense to you all? Cool.
Yes.
Great, thanks, Mum. So
Actually, can I just interrupt for one moment? I've actually got to go to a funeral now, so I'm going to have to check out, but perhaps we can take the recording afterwards.
Yes. I will send you the recording.
Thank you so much. I've just got to go.
Okay, go. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, so
Going.
with regard to that flight, okay, this is the grim bit. You are catching the flight via Miami. Okay, you are arriving in Bogota at midnight. Okay, you then cannot leave.
Where's it? Should have a thing
You then can't leave the airport. You're staying in the airport until your internal flight leaves at 6 a.m. So then you need to board at 5. So you've got 5 hours of sleeping on a chair in Bogota Airport. But I figured you were all young and you're capable of doing that, even though it's really grim. Okay, I know it's grim, but you're going to do it. Okay. So I need you to book the BA flight through Trailfinders and the internal flight independently. Yep, by doing that direct online. Okie dokes. Then it comes to your insurance. You're going to book your insurance through the link on this. You're not going to book it through Trailfinders because they're so annoying. They don't let us see any of the data. And if something went wrong, I need to access your policy. So book it through our link, please, through Campbell Irvine. That covers you for everything apart from bungee jumping. Okay, are you all clear? It does not cover bungee jumping. In fact, show me an insurance which does. So if you opt to go bungee jumping, you are doing it by the seat of your pants. And if something goes wrong, you're not insured. So that is just something to be mindful of. Campbell Irvine are brilliant. They cover COVID. So if you tested positive before you go and you can't go and you need a proportion of your trip back, something COVID related, they do pay for that. When it comes to boring insurance, if it goes on the red list, if you are traveling and one of the countries you are traveling to is red for the UK, then you're going to contact me, because I will then, well, I will contact you, but you will need to buy a different additional insurance to keep covered, which is through Battleface, which covers you for any country that the government advise you not to go to. But while none of the countries are in red, Campbell Irvine is actually cheaper and to buy, and actually a better policy because it covers all the COVID stuff, which is actually a bigger risk right now. Okay. So with regard to COVID, while I'm on this subject, okay, 10 days before you go, I want you to become hermits. I want you to lock yourself down, not see anybody, no raves, no parties, no okay, we don't want Omicron. It's the worst nightmare. I know you're all getting it beaten in your ears at the moment because nobody wants Christmas ruined by anybody partying hard, like my own child that's about to ruin my Christmas. So just be mindful of that. To get this flight through the States, you have to have an antigen test. So that's why it's critical to keep a low profile. Or catch COVID now and be done with it, and then you're in the clear. I don't mind, but just be mindful of that. Alrighty. Entry requirements for Colombia. You need to be fully vaxxed, and the final dose needs to have been done greater than 14 days before you arrive. I know all of you are double vaxxed because we've asked that question. There's a form to fill in before you go. I will remind you of that the week you go and give you a checklist. Right now, Colombia have not shut the door to us. Now, we don't think they will, talking to Brenda, because it's their peak tourist industry. They haven't had any tourism for 2 years, and they doubt that the Colombian government are going to do that to them. But what they might do is a first moment to protect themselves is reintroducing to have a PCR test before entry. We'll keep an eye on that. If it happens, we'll alert you, but it's just being mindful again before you go that the entry procedures could change. Now, but we will tell you. If we go into lockdown, everyone's worst nightmare. If you go to lockdown, I promise you, you are still going. Okay, we got everybody out through lockdown last year. The government got it confirmed last year that our LEAP programs fall under the Volunteering Education Act. So you can go, providing they don't do anything completely weird, which they might do, but let's hope they don't. So if on Christmas, we go into lockdown on the 27th, which everyone is saying that we do, that's the rumor whizzing around the country right now. I don't want any of you panicking. You're going, okay? Through the LEAP, we will get you out. We won't send you the invoice for Colombia until after Christmas because we're nice. When you book your flights, you can do it before Christmas or after Christmas. I don't mind. To be honest, I don't think the flight prices are really going to go up or down. If they do and you need you to go 2 days earlier, then to get a better flight, we can always accommodate that. So it's up to you. I know family life is properly hectic at the moment with Christmas just a few days away. So don't put any undue stress on yourselves. If you want to do it between Christmas and New Year and have a question, I will be looking at my emails and I can pick up an email pretty quickly. All right. I'm just going through my little list. Going back to the admin. Personal details, okay, in your MyLeap, please fill that in and please be brutally honest, okay? If you've got some medical, mental health issue that you think is really, irrelevant, it could be really relevant to us. So just bung anything down. It's all confidential and, just nail it there. Injections. This is so important. If you are going to want to go up north, which you probably will, well, you want the flexibility. All of you need to get your yellow fever injection. Iska, that is absolutely vital for you. Costa Rica insists anybody coming from Colombia needs yellow fever. Let's put that on your list. And it's really hard to come by. So you do your research where you can get that from. Kit list is pretty basic. It's pretty hot. It's going to be hot out there and you need to be fit. A lot of people, you are doing a lot of trekking. Don't take trekking boots. They're a disaster. They're heavy and annoying. Just take the best shoes I've ever taken to do any of these experiences they're really horrible and really ugly, but just Google it. It's called the Salomon Speed Cross Trainer. I know my kids hate them, but they're really good. So look at that type of thing. It's take a pair of trainers. You can do the hikes in trainers, but just make sure they're sturdy trainers. They've got a grippy sole and they've got good support because you're going to be on your feet a lot through this experience. There's a lot of trekking. So get fit. And don't think you're going to go trekking in a pair of plimsolls because you'll get really plimsolls. That's such an old-fashioned word, isn't it? So sorry, but those non-sturdy things, because you'll get achy legs. Okay, so that is all I wanted to kind of blast at you guys. Does that make sense? Yes, 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 yes. Are you all happy so far? Yes, 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 yes. Good. Okay. Any questions for me? No questions. Okay.
Can I call you later about all my flights?
Yeah.
And
we'll work out a plan.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. I'm going to try and leave here. Can we call straight after this meeting?
Yes. That's
okay,
fine.
cool. Okay, so I want to leave early. Okay, team. So we're now on 8. You're all going. It's all exciting. I think we will probably reach 12 by the time we get there. You don't have to do anything before Christmas if you don't want to, but I just wanted to give you the plan pre-Christmas. So it's up to you when you start the admin. Okay. I will look at my emails between Christmas and New Year if you need any help. And other than that, happy Christmas. And if you are going traveling, well, you are all going traveling, really take a look at where you want to go. My favorite countries are, if you go north, you do the Costa Rica, Guatemala. Please do Guatemala. It's a great, great country. You will absolutely love it. If you go south, Peru, definitely do Peru. That's incredible. So, you know, when you're looking, do a little bit of research and really think, okay, what do I want after Colombia? Okie dokes. Right. Goodbye and happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Stay on this.
Thanks.
Yes, stay on the call. Oh, and then there was 2. Okay, honey. So you are going to get Zoe, can you do me a mind fry? You're not going to book your flights until after Christmas, your international flights. You can do. Do you think you will want to travel on from after you do? Okay, fine. Well, then you can book. Huh?
After Costa Rica,
Where do you think you want to go?
probably Guatemala, Honduras.
Right, my sweet. What you're going to do is you are going to book your flights. You're going to book your flight into Bogota, because I really want you on the BA flight.
Yeah.
And out of Guatemala. Don't go to out of Guatemala, because
Okay.
realistically you'll go Costa Rica, Honduras, Guatemala, won't you?
Yeah.
Fine. So book your flight. Call Trail Finders. Have you got their number? It's on that email. Call Trail Finders and ask them for a flight into Bogota on that flight and out of Guatemala at some stage. Now, they might not be able to do it on the BA system, in with BA and out of Guatemala, because I don't know if British Airways fly, but just ask them what the options are.
Okay.
Okay. And then do it for, I don't know, when do you think you're going to come back? 4 months' time?
Yeah. So May, I think, because obviously the Costa Rica trip is 6 weeks, which takes me to mid-April.
Yeah.
And leave maybe a month to 6 weeks afterwards.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah, at least.
Well, you just want to know that flight, your return flight, is reroutable and redatable.
Yes.
Okay, that's the key. Then, so book that flight, then that's tick. Then to enter Colombia, before you go, we need you to have booked your internal flight from Cartagena to San Jose. And I looked for you the other day, and it's, damn it, I did find it for you. Wait, did I write it down? Wait. Oh, here we go. Cartagena, this is with Copper Airlines. So have a look. Copper Airlines, you can go Cartagena, San Jose for about 183 quid. Or for about, so budget 200 quid for that. Or Avianca. No, it was Copper Airlines. Copper Airlines fly from Cartagena to San Jose. Now we need to get that flight booked before you depart for Bogota. And I think you do it. You will want to stay in Cartagena for that extra week. I know everybody will. And then fly up in time to San Jose in time for the start of the next trip, which will happen on, is it the 3rd of March? Is it the 3rd of March? Yeah.
So is it best that I stay in Cartagena until then and then fly to meet them at the airport as
close as can, arrive
On
the
the
day
day.
before, because it's super simple. We know where we'll just get you picked up from San Jose airport, put into the little hotel for the night and wait for everyone to arrive.
Perfect.
Because I don't know the dates yet of when everyone's going to arrive on the 3rd of March, but I would imagine they either arrive on this Friday, Saturday or Sunday. So if you get there on the Friday, then it doesn't matter. You just sit and wait for the others.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And in terms of, so the transfer in Miami, I don't need a return out of there. Is just the flight out of Colombia fine as my return, my way out of the country? Sort of
Your
thing.
flight, you're going to get a flight into Colombia. To proof of your exit is going to be the Cartagena, San Jose.
Got it. Perfect.
All right.
And yes.
Okay. Contact me anytime. Okay.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Think it through. You're going to think, oh, what about that? Just send me an email.
So for now, after Christmas, I'll book that return and then later on book the Cartagena to San Jose.
Yeah. If you've got time before Christmas, call Trail Finders and just work out if you could get in on that BA flight and out of
Guatemala
on some form of airline share. Okay, that would be useful.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Perfect.
Speak soon. Get back to work.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Bye. 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 Bye.